Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of New Horizons, where we're looking at the pre-alpha for Star Citizen, the new Chris Roberts game. And you'll notice something different. I have a very bright, shiny new hangar. And one of you guys sent me a donation and a little message saying, "For God's sake, Irish, upgrade your garage to something better so that we can actually see the ships." So I don't really want to name the person because they didn't say whether or I could or not. So thank you. You know who you are. And if you do want to mention, just let me know and I'll mention you in the next video. But here we are in the bright new garage. And yes, we can see a lot more detail. But as you're about to see, the downside to having a new garage is that because there's so much more detail, it's a lot more laggy. But I was going to show it off anyway. Now, why am I making this vid, apart from showing off my new garage? Well, my new hangar. Gotta stop thinking World of Tanks. Well, my new hangar. I took the donation, gratefully received, and went on to the Star Citizen website and went to buy the hangar upgrade, and then noticed that, well, there are some ship packages that come with the hangar upgrade included for free. So potentially, and I hope you don't mind, I could use that donation to knock off maybe 30-40% of the cost of a ship and still be able to upgrade the garage. So there we go. I ended up using the donation and some of my own money to get the Freelancer package and get the garage upgrade for free. So, 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. Now, why am I going crazy and buying more ships? Well, I'm going to cover that in the next video. And I know on the last video I said I had changed my opinion about some comments I'd made, and that I was going to cover it in the next video, which would be this one, but I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a quick video, just looking at the Freelancer, and just taking a look at this bad boy. If you know me, and you watch me play World of Tanks, you've heard me mention it a few times. I'm a little bit OCD. So I do have an issue with the Freelancer, and that is I've got one big ass cannon on this side and a laser on this side, and they're not symmetrical, and that's giving me a headache. Where's my symmetry? But yeah, I'm gonna have to look past that for the moment. It's already coloring my opinion of the ship, and that's how much of a sad git I am. But because all these modules can be demounted and upgraded or changed and messed around with, it's not going to be an issue when the game finally goes live. I've got a lot of kick-ass missiles. No idea what they are and what they do, but I assume they do the normal thing missiles do and blow the crap out of things. And we have those on both sides, which is nice. We've got a rear-mounted turret, which is nice. And as you can see from the size of the ship, it is quite a lot larger than my previous 2 ships. And that's because this ship carries 2 players. It can support 2 players. These ships, the 315P and the Aurora Legionnaire, or the Aurora LN, they are single-player ships. 1 player only. The Freelancer is a 2-player ship which means that one person can pilot and the other person can operate the rear-mounted turret. It also means I can carry passengers. So I imagine when the final game is released, I will be able to use this as a glorified taxi, and for a small fee, deliver one person from one side of the universe to another. But let's continue talking about the ship. As well as it being a two-person ship, I seem to have a tractor beam here, much like I do on the 315P, so it makes salvaging possible on this craft. It is pretty well armed compared to my other craft, and that would make it a relatively good attacker or defender. And I think this is pretty much an all-rounder, and from what I've been reading about the ship, it is definitely an all-rounder. It can be used for exploration, but its main use is transport. It's a jack of all trades, and as far as transport goes, it can carry 20 tons of cargo. That's just the basic model before anything is upgraded on it, compared to the 315P, which I believe off the top of my head carries 5 tons of cargo, and the RSI LN can carry up to 7 tons of cargo, but that can be upgraded. So this thing carries 20 tons of cargo base. But enough talking about the ship. Let's pop inside. Now, I do have a spoiler. I bought this ship, looked around inside, and planned this video in my mind, logged in the following day to record it, and there'd been a garage update, and a hangar update. I've got to stop this. The hangar update essentially broke my Freelancer. It didn't break the other ships, but it did break the Freelancer. And as you can see, the back of the ship here is black, and if I'm moving slightly, you'll see details are coming in and out of focus. And basically a lot of the textures and details have just gone black due to the update. And I have tried it on different graphic settings, I have upgraded my drivers, I have downloaded my video card drivers, and yeah, still exactly the same problem, and it only began after the last patch. So hopefully it's a patch issue and not an issue with my video card. We're going to pop in through the entryway below the ship. And as you can see, very metallic, very gritty. So this is the first of 2 cargo bays. There is a door here, but it can't be closed. So we have a cargo bay. We have a docking port right here, which will allow us to dock in mid-space or deep space with other ships. And if we move towards the back of the ship, now you can see what I mean. We'll just close that door again. Ooh, very dark. Details disappear. Textures are disappearing. The ground texture here is missing, and this is only since the last patch. It was working fine when I bought the ship. But yeah, hopefully a future patch will fix it. So there's a lot of detail missing here. The area above the door, black textures, no detail. It's all broken. The ship isn't as pretty as it was when I first bought it. So we have a seat and a ladder. I don't know where the ladder is supposed to be going, but because the texture on the roof is broken. As you can see, textures are dropping in and out, and it's annoying. But yeah, this seems to be our second cargo bay. And This is the rear door. Which can be lowered. So I imagine it would be possible. Again, look at the textures, just black textures, details disappearing. Annoying. Hopefully I'll bring it to you in a future video in all the proper glory. But anyway, as I was saying, maybe at some point we will have ground vehicles and be able to dock them right up in here. And we'll just close this. And there is the rear turret. Now, unfortunately, I believe that use is for the back door. Yep. So we can't actually access the seat, the rear gunner seat. But it's a two-player ship, so that'll happen eventually. So we'll move through Cargo Bay 1 into Cargo Bay 2. And this is the exit, which doesn't seem to be fully closed. It was fully closed the last time. So apparently I am now open to deep space because I can see the ground below me. Yeah, as I say, last update broke this ship quite a bit. We have a kitchen area, but because everything is so dark, you can't really see anything, but there's a fold-down table here. And as you can see, look at that. Detail, and then for no reason at all, it drops out. So hopefully I can get the camera into a position where you can see this, but yeah, the RSI Aurora had a bed. Here we have a toilet. I'm not sure how much I'm going to enjoy using this toilet, because this toilet also doubles as the shower cubicle. You can see the shower briefly as the lights come on, but because the damn update broke my ship, I can't give you all the details. That's annoying. Alright, anyway, who wants to stare at toilets? Now, one thing I do have questions about is, hang on, maybe if I switch to third person, the details will be a little bit clearer. Same issue. Exactly the same issue. So we have seats, we have tables, and even though it's a two-person ship, we have 4 beds. I am hoping that they revise the number of crew required for the Freelancer and do allow us to have 4 crew members. I mean, there are 4 beds. And there are 4 seats in the cockpit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a kitchen area, we've got toilets, we've got showers, we've got beds, enough for 4 people. But according to the website, this thing only supports 2. Hopefully it'll change. But who knows? Okay, alright, so we're almost done. Nothing left to show you now, other than the fact you can't actually use the rear seats. And we're just going to pop into the pilot seats. Okay, so that was hopping into the seat in first person. Or, sorry, in third person. But, yeah, so we don't have a HUD, no heads-up display, and something I have noticed is this huge piece of superstructure just over the cockpit, and relatively small view areas. We've got 2 small windows on the roof, and we just have this strip across the front, but The view in here is severely restrictive. And I'm just wondering how much that's going to affect the gameplay in this ship. When you've got so many blind spots, you're not going to be able to see enemy ships or even friendly ships due to the fact they are in your blind spots. So just something that occurred to me while I was looking around and sitting in the driver's or pilot seat. But yeah, I like the controls. As I say, a little bit laggy because the new hangar isn't performing as well as the old one does, but at least you get to see a little bit more detail. So we're going to pop out of that seat, and we're going to hop into this seat in first person so that you get to see it in first person as well. And nothing too special there. So yeah, two pilot seats, two-player ship, room for 4. Hopefully that will be changed. That and the fact my textures keep on dropping in and out. So that was my quick view, albeit a buggy one, of the Freelancer. And I'm going to give a full explanation as to why I purchased the Freelancer in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.